Hi, everybody. Thank you, Katisa Gray, for joining. Thank you for subscribing. I definitely enjoy and accept all new subscribers over here. I need to see if any of my moderators are in the building. I see Terry is here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read off some things, guys. All right, Terry says, Auntie and True Crime Family, that's who we are, right? We talk about cases and we bring facts, right? I don't try to put how I feel onto you. I give you the facts of the matter, right? I give you the evidence if I have any, right? I give you what I know, right? We're not putting in emotions or anything like that. I mean, of course, it can be emotional, you know what I'm saying? Because usually these cases are dealing with a loss of life. Hey, Speak 628. Hey, Angel Jones, how's everybody? Yes, listen, guys, we're going to have a live tonight, a long live. No, I'm just kidding. It's not going to be long. Y'all know I don't stay on here long, but I got some things to say, okay? I really do. But we're going to go ahead right now and read off some things that my nephew Terry, he always comes on here, to protect his auntie. And I appreciate that from him. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made of fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips a balance in favor of fair use. Now, guys, listen. I'm so happy to see all of y'all in here. All right. Now, I did go off a little bit this morning. Okay. My thing is this, guys, bashing the victim. What does that do? What does bashing the victim do for others? Does it help Holly's trial? Like, why do that? Don't you know that Romeca is somebody's child? She's somebody's mother. And she was murdered according to the state of Illinois. They say she was murdered in first degree. And she's been locked up since December. She's been trying to get out, not Romeca, but Holly. She's been trying to get out. And they say she's a danger to society. But no, you have people that come on here who claim to be Holly supporters that is bashing the deceased, the victim. I don't get that at all. At all. And I don't like it. I don't understand it because it could have been any of us, right? How many times have we got into an argument with people, right? For instance, let me take off my glasses for this. For instance, guys, let's talk about it, right? I just saw a video, and shout out to Harmony Speaks. I love listening to her commentary, right? I just saw that Breonna Battles went to jail. Hey, Jello Shots. Make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Hit that like button. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get into some things tonight. Let's get into some things tonight, right? So, like I said, I just saw a story on Breonna Battles that she's in jail. She was over to Jonelle's house being aggressive. Being aggressive. would he have had a right to shoot her 3 times? Would he have been in the right if he would have took out his gun and shot her? Not once, but twice. Would he have been justifiable? Brianna has a history of, being aggressive and, you know, arguing with her baby daddies and all that type of stuff. Now, would he have been justified in killing Brianna? Welcome to the stage, baby.
I'm a, hey, I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm driving. But
Yes,
it is. How
and
do
be
I turn it
careful.
off? I
Girl, I
know.
don't
Hold
know.
on. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Yeah. So the
Hey,
thing is
ladies.
that you can't say that one thing is for, well, people can say what the hell they want to say, okay? But how does it make it wrong for one person? Because it's been said that Romeca, she was aggressive, she was chasing Carlos, she was trying to make him love her, she was trying to make him give her another baby. All this stuff has been said. Thank you,
Uh huh.
Katisa. Justice for Romeca. Thank you. I appreciate it. So my thing is this, right? So if Holly, doing these certain things to her baby daddy, Brianna doing this certain things to her baby daddy and got her ass locked up, but that's okay.
Hmm.
She's not a hoodlum. Like we can't when y'all come over here to this channel, it's all about fairness, guys. It's all about fairness. It's all about facts. I might throw my opinion in there, every now and then, but I think I'm a pretty fair person. What do you think, T?
I think you're pretty fair. I think you're fair. With our conversations, you're definitely fair. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So like
Oh,
I
okay.
just don't get it. And this morning, what I heard on a live, right, bashing
Okay. Uh huh.
Romeca. There was even a man, they
Okay.
say he's Carlos' family member named David. He was discussing Romeca's
Is that
child.
the guy that goes to all the panels? I'm
His
sorry to cut
name
you off.
David.
He's always on different panels, though, right?
Yes, he was
How
speaking.
old is he?
Baby,
It's a man,
I don't know how old he is. If y'all know how
right?
old David is in the comments, put it down there. But listen, first I want to talk to my moderators right quick. Moderators, if
Okay.
if what's the girl name? Katrina or Tina? What's the girl name who I got into it with?
Trina, the lady
Yeah.
Trina,
If
Trina,
Trina
whatever
come
name.
Moderators, if Trina comes into this live, I want her blocked immediately. She's not welcome over here. She will never be on my panel ever in life. That lady is trouble. All right.
Uh huh.
All she want, we're not gonna be doing all that arguing and carrying on and switching out over here. So if Katrina comes over here, y'all block her
Mm-hmm.
expeditiously. I want her blocked. I don't ever want to see her ever again.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing all that arguing, Auntie. You're too good for that. You're too cool for that.
Okay. So somebody said, girl, they say he's 39. He's a menace
Okay.
himself. Katisha said,
Okay.
yes, David is a hoochie mama.
Okay. I'm sorry to laugh. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love that Katisa. Who is Katisa? That is too funny. Listen, listen. The reason I'm asking, and so he's actually gay or no?
Now, I've heard rumors
His
that
hoochie
he
mama. Is he
is
gay?
homosexual. They say he's a homosexual. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
All I
I'm only
know is I
asking, and
see
I'm not accusing anybody. Yeah.
him. Yeah, why are you asking that? What are you
Anything,
thinking
you
right
know,
now?
whatever. Because
I can't hear you, Mama. T, we can't hear you, baby. Well, while she gets her technical difficulties worked out, I just want to say this. So, David was on a panel speaking on the paternity of Romeca's
I'm not
son.
trying to say
What
that's
does
what he
that?
is. I'm just asking.
Okay, go ahead, cause we didn't hear you, baby. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying I'm not trying to speak down on nobody. I'm not accusing him of being anything because I have a lot of gay best friends, whatever. You get what I'm saying? I'm just
Hmm.
asking for me to hear, and I don't know him. I don't, whatever. For me to hear that he's going from panel to panel and he's speaking ill on a woman, one that's deceased, but two, someone he's not even dated. You know what I'm saying? In that manner, I'm trying to
Hmm.
figure out that's very much female tendencies. So I'm trying to figure out why is he doing that? Why is he as a
Right.
man? A man won't do that. A real man is not going to do that. So I'm just trying to
No.
figure out who is he and why is it so important to him to do this, like to jump from panel to panel down. You know what I'm saying? Speaking ill of her. I don't understand that.
I
I'm
don't
confused.
understand it either
Why?
because he
Why?
was actually discussing the paternity of her child. What does that have to do with the
Huh?
price of tea in China? Yes, he was discussing Romeca's son paternity.
What?
Yeah, and it pissed me
Wait a
off
minute.
because why are you doing this?
So, okay, so he was on a panel discussing the paternity of her child and his quote unquote alleged cousin's child. And his cousin, his male cousin, has no problem with that. Because my husband would be furious. Like, you don't discuss my child. So he was on someone's panel doing that because real men don't do that.
Right, real men don't do that. And matter of fact, I don't know like why Carlos is even allowing this. You know,
That does
like
not make
now I'm
sense to
starting to
me.
look at Carlos side eye with the side eyes. Like, why are you allowing your cousin
Yeah.
to go around bad mouthing Romeca?
It could
What did
be his
Romeca do to
homeboy,
him?
his cousin, anything. You don't do that as a man.
Yeah, you
That's
know, he
that's
had the
crossing
other
the
boy doing
line.
it too. He had Q doing it
Who?
too. Remember that?
Oh, the friend that he's with Romeca them now, right? Though I mean, he's on the Romeca side
Listen,
now,
he
right?
said he with Romeca, but he would never be on this panel. I see. I don't like flip floppers.
Yeah, don't.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And he said some pretty
yeah.
nasty stuff about Romeca too when he was, I don't know what the fuck they had going on, but he was bad. Like I don't understand it. This lady is
Uh,
dead. Why do we have
yeah.
people speaking down on a deceased? Like it's not making sense to me. Like I feel like it's bigger than what we know.
I was just gonna say that, Auntie. It got to be bigger than what we all know. It has to be bigger because there's no way for anyone, if you're innocent or it was self-defense, you don't need to argue that. You don't need to defend anything. They shouldn't have to speak on anything. Let it speak for itself. For people to be on
Exactly.
panels downgrading her and trying to put a negative light out there, it sounds like there's so much more going on
Mhm.
than we know. I
Yeah.
mean, from the pictures and videos, there's so much more, but we'll get into that when you're ready to talk about it. But
Okay.
it's so much more going on than we know. That's what it sounds like.
Right. And Special K says they're trying to silence the truth. And I believe
Yes,
that.
I could believe that. I could believe that.
Angel
It
Jones
is
says
very
not
demonic.
she say not only are they allowing but encouraging. Yes, encouraging. Think it's
What?
funny. Yeah, they encouraging it, honey. They think it's funny.
I'm just trying to figure out when does a murder case become funny? I don't understand because this is a murder case, right? This is a murder case, right?
This
Because
is a
that's what she's charged with.
this is a first degree murder case.
Exactly. When does a murder case becomes something that's funny? I don't understand that. A murder case is not funny. Even if you're saying, oh, it was self-defense, there's nothing funny about that. One person lost their life and someone is fighting for their life, if that's the case. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I I don't get. Are we dealing with adults here?
Listen, somebody said
We
that we
can't be
dealing
dealing
with
with
special
adults.
case say we dealing with demons.
Oh, then
Katisha
yeah, I
said
don't want none parts of that.
me, the Katisha said Carlos and David are homegirls. And
Uh,
Mr. Lay that
alleged.
Goodwood, Mr. Lay that Goodwood said Carlos ain't been the same since he got touched outside that courthouse. Okay, we got an answer here about David. Angel Jones says
Okay.
David is not a cousin. He's a close friend and
Okay.
Carlos' brother. So
He can't
Carlos
be.
got a
He
brother?
can't be. He can't be. So what? Okay. So then my question is, why are the friends talking and not his brother? Though that then there
Right.
that would be my
What is
question.
going on,
Why are
guys?
friends talking and not the brother? Why would the
Right.
brother's friend talk instead of the brother? Or are we trying to become a social media famous here? Because I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting it because the men that I've dated in my life,
Mm-hmm.
they would never get online participating in bitch
Never,
shit. You see
never.
what I'm saying?
Well, say that again.
They would
Never,
never get online participating in bitch shit. And
ever,
especially by their baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Like they may get into
ever.
their baby mama, but nobody else better not say anything
Nothing to
negative
her,
about their baby
nothing
mama.
about her, nothing. And definitely better not talk about their child. Are you
Yes.
crazy? Oh
Yep. They
my.
talked about a
So it's a
fraternity.
friend of the brother.
They called Romeca all sort of names, honey. I don't
So she's
understand
not
it
here
because
to defend herself. So
she's
why
dead.
even go there? Yeah, why
That's what
even
I
go
want to know.
there if
Like
she's not
I
here
didn't
to
like it
defend
this
herself?
morning. I couldn't get with it. I was disturbed. Actually, I couldn't even
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep. I usually when I come home from working over midnight, I could go to sleep real easily. But I was so
Yes.
bothered I could not because I couldn't understand why was Romika being dragged and how does that help Holly's case?
It does not. That's what I'm saying. What does that have to do with? Okay, can I ask them? I mean, has anyone, and this is just me asking, since they dragging Romika, right? Has
Hmm.
anyone, God bless the dead, because you know me, real Southern
Hmm.
thing, but
We
has
Southern.
anyone came out and said anything positive or showed anything positive on Holly's end then? Since they're dragging Romika, right? Their side, they're
Hmm.
dragging Romika. Has anybody came out and showed any charity events that she's attended and given away to the
No,
home? Like, had they showed any type of homage, anything on Holly to say she was this great person and Romika was just this bad person?
no.
I want to see something great that Holly has done then. If they're not doing that, then they're not showing her any justice.
They
Because
act like
where's her
they
character in
mad.
all of this?
They act like they mad at Romika for being killed. Like it's just
Girl,
like devilish to me. Like I feel like they just trying to hurt other people
this is
by speaking ill of Romika when Romika don't know none of them. She don't know them. She never done nothing to them. She never slept with her husbands, boyfriends, or none of that stuff. So why be mean towards her when y'all know that her mother is out here grieving?
I, exactly.
Her son,
You know what I noticed? Oh, go ahead, Auntie. I'm
girl, go
sorry.
ahead, baby. Yeah, this is very
You know what
like,
I noticed? You know what I noticed? And not bringing up, Breedham situation or none of that stuff, right? And
mhm.
you know how I never wanted no parts of none of that negative. No, I ain't got time for that. You know me, Auntie. I have no time.
Right. We don't have
But
time
what
for that
I've
shit.
noticed,
Hmm.
yeah, what I've noticed is that because I started following the story the day that it happened when it was breaking news on the news showing a mother that was killed in the street. You understand what I'm saying? It was big on
Hmm.
Facebook from the first day. I've
Yes.
paid attention to what's been going on, right? And I'm
Hmm.
telling you, until this thing came to YouTube, it was not this evil. I don't understand what's happening.
I
It's
don't either.
like What is going on?
Listen, it wasn't because I actually reported. Okay, let me tell you. So I actually reported on it when it first happened. Now, when the news
Okay.
report came out, they said that this is what was said because I reported it. That Carla, that
Uh-huh.
Romeca was at the school. No, they said Carlos and Holly was at the school, like at the school, not across, but at it. And say
Yes.
Romeca had forgot to bring her
Uh-huh.
son's lunch, and she brought it back, and they shot her
Mm-hmm.
at the school grounds. Now that
Yeah,
was
I remember
initially
that. That
reported.
was the first
So,
report. Yeah,
hmm
that was the first report. Uh-huh.
right, till they
I
got
remember
more
that. I
information
remember that.
on it.
That's what I'm saying. In the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, it was just more of a woman was shot after dropping her
Hmm.
son off to school. One is saying, you know what I'm saying? Was not arrested because remember at the time she was not arrested. You know what I'm saying? She was
Right,
taken
he
down.
didn't
She
get
wasn't
arrested.
arrested. But it's still, we still didn't hear all this evil stuff
No.
about Romeca or nothing. It didn't matter what group you went in, watching Tia them, watching Nina, watching different, you know what I'm saying, people that were talking about it, her sister them and stuff. You never heard all this extra stuff until it seemed to me, and I'm not blaming anyone. Like, so I don't want
Hmm.
people to feel like I'm blaming anyone, but it just seemed like since it's touched YouTube, now it is
It's teens,
evil. Like,
and
what
it's
is going
teens, like
on?
it's
Why is it
teens.
teens?
I don't know
Why is it
why.
teens?
There should be only one team, and that's the team of truth, right? Like that's
Truth
what
and
it should
justice.
be.
That's it. Truth and justice. No matter
Right.
who you're supporting, the only
Right.
thing people should want is truth and justice. That's it.
Amen.
We want
Amen.
justice. Like, if y'all feel like Holly, and like I said, I ain't against nobody. I pray
Right.
everybody is doing well. But if y'all feel like the people that feel like Holly is innocent and it was self defense, then pray for her innocence. Pray for her
Yes.
defense team to do what they need to do. And for the
Yes.
people like
Pray for
us who
that.
feel like Romeca was unjustly killed, because that's how I feel. I feel like it's
I
not
do too, very
justified because it was
strongly
more
about
than
it.
one shot. It was
Mhm.
more than one shot. She was executed. It is what it is. That's how I feel. I feel like self-defense. I believe in it, but what she
Mhm.
did was not self-defense. Bottom line, all we can do is pray that justice is served for her parents, like her mother, her sister, them, and her son. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, so why is it teams? Why is anybody mad at anyone? Why is anybody even going
I don't
at
even know
the
why they
deceased or
mad.
anything? I don't
I don't know
understand what
why
they're
they're so
proving.
upset. I don't know what has happened. All I can understand, like,
Oh my.
because there are new people involved too, and they getting
Okay.
sides, and they arguing with each
Okay.
other,
Oh
which
wow.
does which is not going to help either side, right?
It's not gonna help at all. It's not gonna
Because
help at
guess
all.
what? The jurors will never hear our side. They're not,
Never.
they're
Never.
not gonna, no.
Outside don't even matter. Outside does not, nothing we think, see, say, nothing even matters at all to the jurors, the judge, or even the courtroom. Right now, I feel like the only person, and which we know the state has to prove their case. We know
Hmm.
that, right?
Hmm.
But the only person who needs to be out here fighting for her life is Ari, because the
Hmm.
stuff that she's filing from someone who's very educated. You get what I'm saying? And understands and comprehends very well. From the stuff she's filing, she's all over the place. And I hate to be jumping, Auntie.
She
You know me.
finding
I just
people
have to talk.
names that ain't connected to the case.
At all. Then she says her, like this and that happened. They pulled up. Then you turn around and say, oh, well, they pulled up at the same time. But you also say Carlos them pulled up and Holly was taking the baby out of the car. But if they pulled up at the same time, what was happening for her to be able to take the baby out of the car unless her baby was already in the car? You understand what I'm
Correct.
saying? Like, nothing makes Ari is
Nothing.
not even making sense as a defense attorney.
And that's
You
why
understand?
she's not getting anywhere with this.
Yeah, I know you're supposed to lie for your you're supposed to lie for your client. Okay, that's what defense attorneys do. They lie for their client even when they know their client is guilty. But she is messing this case up. I've never seen somebody file so many things that contradict what she filed the day
Right.
before.
for it to be such a high profile case, right? So our eyes are on this, right? They're on all the parties that are involved. So she's doing all this, and it's being scrutinized in the public. This is a high profile case, you know.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if she's overwhelmed or she's super busy. But if
She
I was the defendant, I would probably
I would
look
probably
into obtaining
a,
another attorney.
a lawyer that's been an attorney for 60 years, because that's what she gonna need. Go get you an old attorney, someone with gray hair, baby. I'm sorry. Can you hear me, Auntie?
Yeah, but Nisha
Okay.
but Nisha said she even put the witness name out there to be harassed. And I have never seen stuff like this before, that the witnesses' names are out here in the public being harassed. I don't know. Like, I'm so confused, y'all.
Yeah,
I have to tell you
I'm
something.
confused.
I don't
Yeah.
even know. They saying I don't even know what the witnesses have said.
I'm gonna tell you, I have read some of the statements, right? I
Uh-huh.
do know that some of the things that are being said, well, I've heard little clips that were played or different stuff. You can tell where people are taking the witness statement and then twisting the truth, or only speaking on a part of what was said instead of speaking on it as a whole.
Hmm.
What I want to hear is witness number one statement. Where is his statement?
Yes,
Can we get witness
has
number one
anyone
statement?
seen witness number one statement? Has anyone seen that statement? Because I haven't seen it. I've heard about it, but I don't have that document. So if anyone knows what witness number one said,
Please
um,
let us know. We want to know.
we definitely want. Let me see if I got anything back. Hold on. I'm looking.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything.
Dang, my host called. He knocked my darn thing off of the car.
So Katisha say we learned that prosecutors have dumped Holly's phone, and there's, oh, where did you hear that from, Katisha?
What she said? Dump Holly's phone, and there's a massive amount of more evidence. I can believe that. I
Oh
can believe
yeah.
that.
And they
I
said
can believe
that the judge, I think I did hear that they said that the witness number one is unreliable. Right.
No, he's definitely unreliable. I just wanted to hear his statement, since the focus is on witness number three. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Even though it's five witnesses total, right?
it is.
It's the focus is on one witness. One, which is weird to me because all of them gave statements. I just want to hear what witness number one had to say. I want to know what he's saying, because obviously, and I'm just obviously for all the blood, because I saw that picture of all the blood on her and all the blood that was on him. They obviously the body was moved. It was touched, it was picked up, and it was moved. Okay,
Wait, you said picked up too?
it was picked up and moved. I believe he picked her and moved her. I'm telling you, I just believe he kind of picked her up a little bit, maybe scooped her a little bit. I don't know,
Uh-huh.
and moved her. I
Now I
don't.
was told that
I just.
so what I
Mhm.
was told that she was on her back and he turned her. I'm not for sure, but we're gonna go down that rabbit hole and we're gonna look at the evidence that we have, that we can
Okay.
see.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the witness, I know one witness did say he moved her slightly west. Now, I did see that, right? So I'm wondering, what was the move? Was it a pull, a pickup? Because if she was in traffic and you're moving someone out of traffic, you're actually grabbing them and moving them. You're not just turning them on their side. That doesn't make sense.
Correct. So we're going to talk about the law of self-defense in Illinois, right? And it's
Oh,
statute
yeah. Hmm.
720. A person
Yeah.
is justifiable in using deadly force
Uh huh.
only if there's reasonable believed force was necessary. Okay,
Uh huh.
and we
Uh huh.
already know that her shooting her twice was not necessary because
Exactly.
Romeca was unarmed.
Exactly. Uh
Okay,
huh.
to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm. So we both know there was two women around the same size, right?
Yes. Uh
Not
huh.
arguments say, well, Romeca had experience in fighting, but then I rebuttal and I say that Romeca didn't have registered hands. If her hands
Exactly.
registered,
That's a
then
different
that's
story.
a whole different story. But she didn't
Hmm.
have no registered hands. Okay.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Also, it said to prevent the commission of forcible felon. Now we're getting into grape.
Okay.
Like if someone was trying to grape you, then
Of
that was
course.
offense.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. So the key word is reasonable belief, right?
Exactly.
The jury will now ask. Did I say that? The jury will not ask, did she feel scared? They're not going to ask that. They will
No.
ask, and I have tried to get this through so many.
Uh-huh.
They're going to say to themselves, would a reasonable,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give y'all a definition of reasonable because I think that we need to understand what reasonable means. Okay,
Exactly. Uh-huh.
hold on. I'm getting up the definition
Okay.
because that's big.
It's big. It is. It is.
Okay. Reasonable describes something that is rational and logical based on good judgment, sound thinking, and fairness.
Yes.
Okay. So we know that it's not reasonable.
No.
Okay. She didn't make a good choice in what she did.
No, she did not.
And there was no reason for her to fear for her life.
No, there was not. There was not. She had
So,
no there's no, yeah, no. There isn't. She shot her more than once when
that's
she was
right.
unarmed. So that already takes away, if they really look at the self-defense, that already takes away self-defense. I don't
Mhm.
understand how anyone is still saying self-defense. And
Yeah,
there was two shots to well, there was three shots, but two that actually hit a unarmed person. No, that's not self-defense. I'm still not understanding that.
it's not self defense. And that's why she's locked up. And that's why
Exactly.
she's been charged with first degree murder. But I got
Yeah.
some information. They're saying that Keys actually put out some information from the phone dump. So I'm gonna go over to YouTube and see if I can find.
Okay.
Yeah, hold.
Okay, good. I like Keys. I
I
really
like.
do. He's funny. He's funny, but he gives good information, stuff that you can actually go look up and read. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
correct.
Not
Right.
not him just reading what he wants it to say. He actually goes and he reads from the actual documentation and lets you see exactly what is being said. I like him.
I do
I
too.
actually do.
Let's see. They said it was a video. Okay. All right, we
Let's
ready.
see. Witness number one stated on the
When life
first statement
happens,
that it happened in
healthcare.gov is
front
here for you.
of the
Like your staff at
apartment.
Terrence and
Oh,
Children, who
I
got
didn't
married
know
and
that.
found a
Katissa.
health
Oh,
plan
I
that
did.
covers both of
Katissa.
them.
Katissa. Am I
There
saying your
are
name
many ways
right?
to qualify.
The judge
Hey,
did
yo,
want
what's
that.
the word? What's the
I
word?
go
This
on
your
with
boy,
it.
Big Keys. Keys against the world.
Mm.
I'm doing this
Well, we
video
know it
convinced
wasn't
to
in
have
front of
my
the
car.
apartment. It was
I'm
up the
on the
street
go.
from
I'm
it.
on the move,
Okay,
doing my
it wasn't even up
investigative
the street. Wasn't it
journalism
around the
as
corner?
a
We
good
know it was by
journalist
the
should.
school.
However,
That we
y'all, I
do
got some
know.
breaking news.
It was
The
by the
state
school.
has said that they have two different phone dumps. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Well,
So
we heard witness one lie on the video.
So it says, in regards to
Shoot.
in
Sick
regards
of
to
witness one.
outstanding discovery, I did
Witness
tender
one need
two
his ass
police
kicked. Oh,
inventories
okay. All right, sweetheart. I'm glad I said it right.
to council today, comparing two different phone
The
dumps,
state is
one
locked
on a
and
Blu-ray.
loaded. Yeah, they is back. The state is locked and loaded.
They are
One
still
can see
video.
that a mile away.
T.
Right. The first pal took her down. So why two more? Exactly. That first hit, especially when someone
Girl, can you hear me? Why? Cause you so talking and I'm talking too. Why you can't hear me? Let me ask them, can they hear me? Okay. All right. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Say, put it in the link if you guys can hear me. Huh? Go out and come back. Okay, she's gonna come back. All right. So we have two different phone dumps. Oh, come back up, T. Okay, we have two different phone dumps, guys. And there's still videos outstanding. Okay. Some meds. What meds? My God, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry about
Girl,
that, y'all. If I was
listen.
talking about she was, I feel bad.
They say that the phone has some medicines in it. Wait a minute.
Medicine.
Wait. They say there are still videos outstanding, some supplemental reports and progress notes, potentially some meds, and then the DNA, gunshot residue, and ballistic testing is outstanding.
Exactly for
Man.
y'all. It says in regards to outstanding discovery. They say this shit is outstanding. It's amazing. It's in regards to outstanding discovery. I did tender two police inventories to council today, comprising of two different phone dumps, one of a Blu-ray and one on a flash drive. There are still videos outstanding. They say they got outstanding videos. These ain't bootlegs. These the good shits. They say there are still videos outstanding, some supplemental reports and progress notes,
Wow.
potentially some meds, and then the DNA, gunshot residue, and ballistics testing is outstanding. They saying, listen, man, it's going down right now. For those of y'all who might not know, uh, Quadajah Johnson had put out a post in the beginning of last year or some shit like that, where she said, well, she reposted.
Okay, so I saw this post and she said sometimes you got to start just killing motherfuckers. Now,
I remember that.
and that's from Bloodhound Jeff. No, Bloody Hound Q50. I think Q50 is deceased, y'all, is he? But he was the homeboy of Bloodhound Jeff, and they're killers. Okay, so she recorded a statement from known gang members. All right, and that's just some evidence, right? This ain't no lie. This is not bullying her. This is it.
Yes.
It's what she wrote, right?
Wow.
Sometimes you gotta just
I
start
remember that.
killing motherfuckers. So these phone records, we don't know who phone records they have got. They said two different phones, right? So we do know that Romeca's phone was in police custody. I don't know where the phone at right now. I believe they said Quadajah's phone was in police custody at one point in time. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that Carlos, he was subpoenaed his damn self a couple times down there. One time they said they tricked him for questioning. How do you trick a grown ass man for questioning? I don't know. However, we don't know who two phones they're talking about right here, but we do know in a case like this, all posts, all anything helps either side for real, for real. I believe this is going to help Romeca because if you just post some wild shit like this, repost.
And you can't tell me that they're not going to find communications between Holly and Carlos after she got out of jail, right?
They are.
And the thing is, people like to, the defense, right? They like to say, well, what evidence do the prosecution has? Okay, we have a body. We have a body with two bullet holes.
Yes.
Okay, and we have a confession
Yes.
by the shooter. That's what we have. Okay, that is like, whew, that's big.
That's all you need.
Yeah, she didn't deny shooting her.
Mm-hmm.
right? And she shot at her 3 times. Like, we have all that evidence. But what the defense don't have is Romeca attacking Holly.
Yeah, they're not gonna get that
They
either
didn't
because
find
they
a
didn't,
weapon on Romeca either.
and that's big. Because
That's
then,
huge.
how was your life in imminent danger if there was no weapon? I would love to know that.
Me
That day,
too.
it was three. It was three against one that day. Okay, it
Girl,
was
who was the
Carlos.
three?
It was Carlos, Holly, and a gun against that girl. Okay, so it was three against one, and that's how I feel.
Girl,
It
you
was
right. I
three
never looked
against
at it
one.
like that before. Poor Romeca, she didn't stand a chance, did she?
She didn't stand a chance. She did not stand a chance. And then here's my thing, because remember at one point they were all saying, "Oh, he never put in the headlock. He was never slamming the door on her. He was never doing all this stuff." Now then, Ari put in the thing saying he slammed the door on her. Like I just can't. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm gonna need people to stop going off of what either Carlos is telling them or
Mhm.
them just making shit up. It's
Right.
one or the other.
It's one or the other, and it's not making any sense. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no.
So
So, okay, go ahead.
what? Okay. What the judge will tell the jury. Now, this is what the jury is going to have to take in consideration when they're coming up with their verdict. They're going to look at the
Okay.
evidence that is admitted in court,
Mm-hmm.
credibility of the witnesses. Now, I do know that there has been some rumors out alleging that um, some of the witnesses recanted and some are not credible. All right. They're going to
Have
look
you
at,
seen that in paperwork?
no, I haven't.
Then I'm not trying to hear it.
Right.
Unless the police,
Me
unless
either.
those witnesses have been pulled out of court, documents saying that they have recanted and we can't use this witness, I'm not believing anything about a recant. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. They will look at physical evidence, right?
Okay.
And there was a lot put out that Holly had a knot on her head. She didn't have a knot. We got her um
What?
yeah, we have her mugshot
We
from
got the
that
mug
day.
shot. Yeah, there was no
They're,
knot. When did
they're
the
gonna
knot
look at
appear?
forensic testimony and whether the state proved guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So
Mm-hmm.
prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was not justified. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it's a home run for the prosecutor or prosecution. I
It
feel that
definitely
way.
is. Uh-huh. It is.
So now
It
we're
is.
gonna look into the blood splatter, right? So
Okay.
she says she shot in self-defense. Some say she
Mm-hmm.
was close. Some say she shot from afar, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we do know she shot 3 times. So we're gonna go over
Yes,
to
we do.
Facebook, okay? And we're gonna look at
Okay.
this blood splatter. And I think this is very important.
Okay.
All right, let's go. All right, so we're going to go. Shout out to Nina Johnson. We're going to go to her page. Shout out to her.
Okay.
All right. Okay, here's the video, guys. What happened? Okay,
Okay.
now you see this?
Yes.
This blood out down her leg, right?
Yes.
Now, if she shot Romeca from here, there would be blood covering her. Because they're saying she
Exactly.
shot her up close because what they're trying to say is that Romeca had grabbed Holly and pulled her hair. Okay. So if she grabbed Holly and pulled her hair, right, Holly shot her up close like that, she would have blood all over her.
All over
Now,
her,
for me,
not just on her bottom half.
right, her
I mean,
bottom
not
half.
just
Now, for
chest, yeah,
me,
bottom half,
I
chest
feel
half.
like that blood splatter on her leg
Uh huh.
came from upward. Okay. Like if you,
Uh huh.
like, I got something down here and I hit it with force, it's going to spray up.
Uh huh.
Now, that's
It
how I feel
is.
about it, guys.
That's true. Yeah, she was over her.
Yes.
I don't know if it was directly. You get what I'm saying? But
Uh huh.
she was coming up on her, and Romeca was down
Romeca
for
was
it to
down.
be on that lower,
Romeca
yeah,
was
that
down
lower
from
half,
the
or she
first
was
shot.
falling. Either she was, yeah, she was down and falling. You know what I'm saying? Or she stood over her. It's one or
And,
the other.
and I'm going to prove to y'all that Romeca was down. Hold on. I'm going to prove to
Yeah,
y'all
it's one
that
or the
Romeca,
other.
I'm going to prove to y'all that Romeca was down. Okay. Right now.
Yeah, because either one of those shots would have taken her down, though. Either one, whichever, it didn't matter which one would have came first, it would have caused her to start falling. You understand what I'm saying? She would have
That's
been going
right.
down before she even got shot the second time. So, what the?
Okay.
Go ahead.
You see that blood? Can y'all see this blood?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She was down on the ground when that second shot hit her.
Yes.
She bled
Yeah.
out.
She
Y'all
bled
don't
out.
see
She
like
definitely bled out.
she shot her. She shot her, guys. She shot her when she was on the ground. This had to be the second shot. Now she bled out. Look at all this blood. If Romeca was standing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blood would have been everywhere. It's concentrated right in
Yeah.
this spot.
Yeah. Yeah. It would. Yeah.
Yes. Do y'all see
Yeah.
any blood leading up to this? If Romeca was shot somewhere else, right? That wouldn't just be blood where the fuck she was laying. It's only blood where she's laying. And now I'm trying to figure out why Carlos got blood on his hand or
All
his
over him.
fingers. Like he
All
shot
over.
a
It
gun
makes no
too.
sense.
Like, well, I
Exactly. It
mean,
makes no sense to me.
right. Because
I
we
don't know.
know that when people shoot a gun, they shoot it with both hands. And if you shoot someone up
Yeah.
close while they were standing, because she was standing when the first shot hit her, and that cast
Mm-hmm.
off. This is called cast off. Now, I'm not saying he had a gun in his hand, but I'm trying to figure out how the fuck he got blood on the back of his hand. I can
So much
understand
blood
under,
on it. Yeah.
I can understand on his palms because he was touching her.
Yes.
But he got blood
Yes.
on his back of his hand, on his leg, on his pants.
Yes. Yeah. Which which says to me that either he was up on her, like they were saying, had his
Yes.
head out when she
Both.
was shot the first time, and then how they said how they walked up on her to shoot her the second time with that pause, that actually happened. Or when he moved her, there was a gush of blood or something that caused it to get on both of them, but she was still on the ground. She was still down.
She was
She was
down.
still
Look at
down
all
either
that
way.
blood. She was down.
Yeah.
That's why it
It
wasn't.
had
That's
to.
why.
It had to be.
That's why Holly got blood all on her fucking shoes, on top of the shoes,
Exactly.
not underneath. On
On
top.
top. Yeah, it had to be when they moved her. It had to be like a gush of blood or something, Auntie, or because they were right. She walked up on her and shot her that
She
second time. It like them people say it. I mean, it's facts over feelings, like it's like everybody hollering. Okay,
Exactly. Okay,
and we
so
can only
someone
talk about
say he
what
was
makes
holding
sense.
her. If he was holding her,
Yes,
why is there not blood on his shirt?
exactly.
See, what's gonna happen is the forensic scientists that do this shit
Yeah.
all day, every
Hmm.
day, they gonna put this
They're
shit
gonna come
together.
out and show.
Okay?
They're gonna
Because
come
we
out and
really
show.
can't go
Plus,
off a
we'll get to
picture.
see the entrance. Yeah, we'll get the entrance wounds, how they went in. Like if she got shot in her femur first and she was falling and your head is going back and that person walk up on you and shoot you again, that's how it hit her in her chin. They'll be able to tell that with forensic experts. Like they're not gonna be able to hide anything that happened. They're
Not
really
at
not.
all. And to think that
They're really
Romeca
not.
got hit with a 9 millimeter and she still was standing up.
Girl. Yeah, no, she wasn't. She wasn't. Unless she was Superman.
Uh-uh. She
You
was
not
hit.
standing up after getting hit with a
When she
nine.
was hit once, she fell down.
Yeah,
Then
she fell.
she got walked up
Solid.
on. I'm not saying she was over on top of her, but she was close enough
But she
to
was
get
walking up on
splatter,
her.
which is cast off
Yeah,
from the bottom
which was that
up.
second shot.
Blood goes
Yeah,
up, right?
up.
When you hit that
Hmm.
second shot. And then she laid there and she bled out. Okay?
And she
She
bled.
bled out.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's just so
Ashley, boy,
sad.
mom.
It's sad because it shouldn't have never happened to begin with. Because he was supposed to be man enough to prevent any of this from happening.
Right.
Like I
I
can't even
agree.
imagine. Yeah, no. He was supposed to be man enough to not even allow this to even take place. Like I don't even, child. Listen, that's why you know my theory, and I hate. We'll find out later because it's not saying this is 100% fact. But if she called his phone, and I'm gonna say it a million and one times, if she called his phones 18 times that night because they did not spend the night together, and she had on the same
Correct.
clothes all weekend, she slept in her I slept in her school. They came up with this whole thing with slept at the house with his sister or whatever the day of because of the fact that they knew the police would get the phone and see that she had been calling him all night where she did not spend the night with him. You understand what I'm saying? And then
That's right.
the parking 2 cars up after he saw her vehicle while passing her, knowing she was at his son's school. I just feel that way. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm telling you, Auntie, it makes no sense.
It makes
Nothing
no
they're
sense.
saying makes any sense to me. It makes no sense to me. You're gonna drop your son mother off with him, a baby in a car seat, 2 cars up from her car instead of next to her car. No,
Right. And
I
my
mean,
thing
unless
is,
everybody just ate it slow as hell, unless everybody getting checks from the state that we don't know nothing about, I just ain't gonna believe that.
and when she
They gotta
parked
be getting
there, right, did she walk her and the baby to Carlos' apartment when she, parked there?
while he was gone. You gotta remember
Right.
while he was gone because she was calling him all night. So you parked up the street, got your baby out in the car seat, and walked back to his house while he was hanging out all night. Come on, make this make sense to me. Make this make
Exactly.
sense.
It's not making any sense.
You
Yes,
ain't
Ashley,
did
boy,
that.
mom, they double team Romika. They sure did. And my niece
They
on
sure
right now
did.
said they triple teamed her because she said the gun and both of
They
them.
triple teamed.
Romika never stood a chance
Exactly.
to survive this
She didn't
act.
stand a chance.
Not at
She didn't
all.
stand a chance. And I'm sorry to say that. It's just sad that him as a man, he's even after this point of her passing, he's allowing this to happen. But for what reason? I mean, remember what I was telling you, Auntie? I said the only logic I could get from this is he don't want to be stuck or responsible for having to raise his children on his own. And so he's coming up with something to try to get her off, knowing she was wrong. Because I don't get it. I
I
don't
don't
get it.
get it either. And you know what else I don't get? I don't get how they stood there knowing what just happened, right? Acting like it was just
Yeah.
another day in the park.
Yeah, exactly. Like they was watching a whole like they was in a movie scene, and somebody said, "Cut, let's roll this back" or something, because nobody had anxiety. Nobody was, you know what I'm saying? There was no emotions. I
None.
don't understand the no emotion part of things unless they done did this before and nobody knows. You get what I'm
Come on
saying?
now.
Because that's the only way a person can take someone's life and have no emotions. I don't care
None.
if that person been picking at you. I don't care if you and this person are fought 10, 20 times. I'm a fighter. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I
Uh-huh.
used to be. God, thank you, Jesus, for blessing me to not be as much anymore. But I'm a fighter. You understand what I'm saying? I would be traumatized. Like I would be so, girl, I don't even know. But I wouldn't be calm, cool, and collected. I would be like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did she make me do that? You get what I'm like anything. You're not
Yes.
standing there on the phone like Ma, I just ordered some pizza and I just took this lady down while I did it, child. I just had this, you know what I'm saying? It was too calm for me.
That
It
yeah,
was
I was
too
too
calm for
calm
me.
because I would have been so upset. Here's a video, guys.
Yeah.
Let's watch this. Okay, who white car is this? That's Romeca's?
Yes.
You said yes?
Yeah, Romeca car was the white car.
Okay. So, thank you, Special K. Thank you. Yes, justice for Romeca. Thank you
Thank y'all
so
for
much.
blessing my auntie,
Yes,
y'all.
thank you for pouring into me. So,
Yeah.
all right. So this is Romeca's car, right?
Okay.
And let's see. We're finna get somewhere, okay?
Okay.
All right. Who black car?
Holly had the little black car, right?
Let's ask the audience. Who black car, y'all? Who black car is this? Help Auntie. Drop it in the comments so we can continue. Because ain't no cars mighty close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's Holly's black car. Y'all got to start. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to start engaging. Y'all got to engage in these comments because we getting somewhere tonight, okay? So go ahead, y'all. We need to engage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she said that's Holly's car. All right. So Holly's car and Romeca's car is there. Okay. So they were
Mm-hmm.
already in close proximity. Am I correct?
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Romeca car is here. This is Holly's car, right? And Romeca was here, standing here. From what we heard from the witnesses, they all were standing close by each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With you. I was there. Oh, why this statement? I don't know arrested. They go fucking gun on the street. I'm licensed to carry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Did y'all hear that? She said she licensed to carry.
Uh-huh.
You heard it?
Yeah, I heard her.
You're on the phone. Now the witnesses, right, who don't even know Romeca, they are upset. They alarmed. Like they probably got to go get some
Exactly.
counseling. I know I would if
They
I
more
see somebody
emotional
get
than
gunned down like that.
me. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Special K. Special K gave out 5 true crime with auntie memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you for
Oh,
supporting your
thank you,
auntie.
Special K.
That is
Oh,
beautiful.
Special K. Oh, that's a
Special
blessing.
K 628.
Okay, you know, I don't know nobody. I just
All right, so she's standing over here, right? Y'all say
uh-huh.
that's her car. Romeca's here. There goes Romeca's car. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Holly is standing back here.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
Y'all see all the blood on Carlos' shoes?
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
Man, he covered in
Trust me,
blood.
I know this on both of their shoes. Why? But go ahead.
She put the gun in the car. The gun she shot her.
Now the police, I'm finna talk about their ass real quick. I don't know if it was their first day on the job or anything like that, but they look fucking confused. Okay, they didn't try to, isolate the crime scene or anything like that. They walking in blood, they stepping in blood, they kneeling in blood. Okay, and they didn't tape off the crime scene or anything like that. They weren't asking no questions. They said look bewildered. Like they're not asking the witnesses or she put a gun in the car. Like they didn't even ask where the gun was. I didn't even hear nobody ask where the baby was at, And the thing is that it was never said by any of the witness that a baby was outside of the car. Am I correct? Did you hear that?
I didn't hear nobody say that. I didn't hear now.
So the baby wasn't in no danger. The baby was inside the car.
No. Yep. And then I said, obviously, Romeca did say something about what y'all talking. Like I just dropped my child off to school because the witness don't know them from Adam or Eve. How would she know Romeca dropped her son off to school? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say people are just going and they're saying all this stuff, but it's like certain things that are being said or certain things that the witnesses said or done lets you know they were on the scene.
Yeah, I believe them. They might can't remember everything right on or spot on because gunshots rung out. They had to run because Holly, she was just, she thought she was in a Wild Wild West movie, and she was just shooting them guns. She was just shooting them out, just shooting that gun out. Bullets, they would hit Romeca twice. The other one didn't. But Carlos never got shot, even though they say he was standing with Romeca. We got to make sense about some of this,
You got to make sense. Yeah, you got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. It's not making any sense at all.
Right here. She saw her. She saw her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. She put it in the car.
Okay. Is this Carlos' car?
The Mercedes, right?
Yeah, because she's standing by it. That's crazy, man.
The Mercedes that he say he got. You know what? Let me not, cause
hold on. Oh, girl, hold on. Let's go. We see some shoes.
Like that man couldn't have said.
We don't even know if that's blood. I don't know what. Like, I can't really tell if that's blood. I don't even know if them Crocs.
She's the one who shot her. She order, but she shot her. The gun in the car. Oh my fucking God! The baby in the car. How you feel? She just dropped her. Get up. Oh my fucking God! The baby in the car, bro. The baby in the car. How you feel? She just dropped her. Get up. You scared as hell, right?
Now I'm trying to hear what he said. He said something about a baby in the car.
Oh no.
Let's hear that again. Hold on.
The baby in the car. How you feel? She just dropped her. Get up. You scared as hell, right?
Okay. Bingo. Now, Y'all see Carlos, he don't transfer some blood onto the child. So I'm thinking, you seen that string that had blood on it from Holly? I think that's from either her touching it or
Exactly.
Carlos touching it. Because, it was said she was so up close to it that it got on her it, how is it just on one string? She touched that string with her bloody hands.
Yeah,
With her
with her
murderous
bloody
hands,
hand.
she touched that string on her jacket. And she also rubbed some of it off on the back of her pants. Now, Carlos, this is
Exactly.
called transfer blood splatter, okay? It's called
Uh-huh.
transfer
Yep.
blood. Did y'all see how the little girl looked at her hands? Because Carlos went over there, he rubbed the blood on the little girl, on her jacket, and her hands.
He was touching everything, Auntie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, he was touching everything. He was touching the car. He was touching all kind of shit. That's why I said I don't get the whole thing where somebody was saying, they were saying that, oh, it's blood on the car. Carlos then was touching the car.
Come on now.
He was touching everything out there. I didn't even understand that at all. I promise you, I did not understand
I
that.
did. Angel Jones said witnesses aren't usually that openly verbal or willing to call out an offender in child, and I believe that the police thought it was enough.
Yeah,
That could be possible. I believe that's what Lois and Holly were counting on. And y'all heard the witness say she had just dropped her baby off at school. How did they know that?
yes, exactly. Because they
Well,
said
Mika
that she
didn't tell
said
them
that
that
during
because
the
she laying on the
argument.
ground. Okay, she's still on the ground with a
Yeah.
faint heartbeat, very faint,
Well, he
very
gave them a
faint.
fake name because I still ain't understanding that part either. I'm too confused with a lot of stuff.
You talking about? You already know her mom. And then you trying to Brody, I was there. Oh, I just said, man, you already know her mom. And then you trying to Brody, I was there.
Girl, hold on.
Oh, I just said, man, you already know everybody.
Hold on.
You already know her mom.
It look like
And then you
Romeca
trying
is
to Brody, I
lying.
was
You see how she's lying crossways? This is crazy.
It's crazy too.
I'm licensed to carry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
One thing you can't get past is the fact that the police did their job. You hear me? They did their due diligence. The state police and the state did their due diligence when it came
Look how
down
he
to
rubbing
He
the
let
put
us
the
blood
gun
all
in
of
the
this.
car. The gun,
Yep.
she shot her. This one right here. She shot her.
Hello?
She shot her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. The gun is in the car. Arrest her.
I think I'm too late.
That's so sad. Can you hear me, T?
That's crazy. Yeah. I can hear you now. Yeah. It went
That
out
is
for a second.
sad. The witness was pleading with
Yeah.
them to
I
arrest her.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh my
Good
gosh.
job. Special case showing up for
But you
Auntie.
know what the police did?
Thank you for another
You know what
gift.
the police
Thank you.
did do? I mean the state attorney, you know what they did do? Their due diligence when it came to making sure they had all their evidence, all their ducks in a row before they went and picked her behind back up.
Correct. That is correct. And
They
when
did
they picked
exactly
her
what they
up,
needed to
they
do.
made it last forever, like Keith Sweat song. Make it last forever and ever.
Yeah,
But
sister
she
ain't coming
still
home.
ain't got
Oh,
out
sister
yet.
ain't coming home. Sister
No,
is not coming home.
she's not.
Not.
She's
She's
not.
not coming
And
home.
she had no right to gun Romeca down. She had no right to take her life because guess what? She wasn't in danger. I don't care what her
She was
mind
not.
told her, but a
Mm-hmm.
reasonable person wouldn't think they were in danger.
Not in that situation at all. And I did say, I did see. I'm sorry, Auntie.
No,
I did because I'm almost to valet. But I did see that one person. I heard one person saying, "Oh, because Romeca was a fighter or whatever." Can y'all imagine
right.
her being just standing there? I'm gonna tell you something about a fighter, and I know this because I was one. Okay, I was a fighter. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We calm, cool, collect. When we know we got hands, we calm, cool, collected. You understand what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
ain't too much doing all that extra. So yeah, I can imagine because I've done it where this person standing there and they with the rah rah, and I know in my mind, bitch, I will eat your ass up. You get what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
right.
standing there with my hands folded, like girl, whatever, leaning on a car, or you know what I'm saying, just chilling, like, all right, cool. Oh, for real? That's what you're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Being real sarcastic in a way until I bust upside her head or something. So, and I'm only saying that to say this. I can imagine Romeca, especially being a person that's a fighter, especially
Mhm.
here in the car what she was saying to Holly, you're a bum. She wasn't upset when she was saying it.
No,
It was
he
like, you're
didn't
a
seem
bum.
upset to
You're a
me.
bum. You get what I'm saying? I feel like her being as confident as she is with the person that she was, like, I ain't worried about this whole beat my ass. I ain't worried about none of that. You feel what I'm saying? Carlos, you need the answer type situation. What I'm be standing here with the rah-rah for? I'm gonna stand here with my hands folded until you threaten me or give me the inclination that you finna do something to me. Now I'm gonna start tripping. You understand what I'm saying? And I just
Exactly.
don't feel like she was out there on a Holly trip. I
I
feel like
don't
she was out there
either.
on a Carlos trip. And when she was going off on Carlos, Holly inserted herself, and you done inserted yourself. So now I'm on your ass.
And
What?
let me tell y'all what she was going off on Carlos about. She had asked Carlos to take his son to school.
Okay.
Now she didn't want to run late to
Mm-hmm.
work. She had asked him. Now you know if you ask your baby daddy to take y'all's kid to school and you turn around and he out there blase blase, yeah, you gonna say something to him. She could say whatever the fuck she wants to
Yep.
her baby daddy.
Yep. Yep. You definitely gonna say something because I would. Hang on.
Mhm.
I would.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
if
pull
he
up.
couldn't help me take our son to school, but I see you out here blase
You out
blase.
here? I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up. Hello?
Exactly.
Back in the day, oh, I'm pulling up. You tried it,
Yeah,
and
that's
nigga, you
just
gonna answer.
crazy. Yeah, so no,
Bottom line, go
she's
ahead.
not getting away with murder. Okay.
No, she's not going to. She's definitely not going to. She's definitely not going to. She's definitely not going to. She murdered. She murdered her, and she's not getting away with it.
Yeah, she murdered her in cold blood,
Yeah, she definitely did that. And
and
they
there's
think
no
that
way
she
around it.
finna
It wasn't
walk the streets.
reasonable. It wasn't reasonable what she did. She shot her. Wait,
No, not at
no.
all.
What I want to do
I'm.
is
I'm.
go ahead,
Okay.
baby.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm just gonna go over to YouTube real quick.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm just trying to figure out how certain things are justified. Like right now with Bree, and I was a big Bree supporter,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and everything. Where I ain't finna get out here and argue with nobody, but I was like, oh, okay, no, don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how I was. Well, they ain't got to
Uh-huh.
do it like that, type thing.
Right.
She right now is sitting with no bond. Obviously, she did more than what people are saying she did because you ain't just get a no bond for pulling up at a house because you picking. Like no, no. She did some extra and she got arrested. She's on a no bond, right?
That's
I'm
right.
just trying to figure out how is it okay for her. I guess I'm just trying to logically figure out where people head at when they say it's okay for her to have pulled up and whatever, whatever. But Romeca did it, and she's a monster.
Right.
I
She's a
need.
monster.
I'm not understanding it.
There's no difference.
It's still pulling up on your baby daddy, right?
Right.
One pulled up on their
So
baby daddy
is
at the school, across the
right
street from the school, and she pulled up at her baby daddy's house. Okay, while he was with
at the
someone else.
house. So he
So
would have been justified in killing her.
that's what I'm saying. I don't get the arguments. Not that I'm putting her in nowhere. or to be whatever. But I'm just saying I don't get the
I
arguments.
don't
I
get
don't
it.
get the arguments. But I mean, God bless everybody. I don't get the argument. I
I don't
don't get the
either.
arguments. You can't justify one person and then say the other person is a monster.
Right, you can't. It's no difference. I
Especially
had it.
without knowing the facts, because everything would still be hearsay, even if Carlos said it. It's hearsay. You weren't at this. None of us was at the scene, so
That's right.
everybody going off of hearsay and court documents.
That's right.
Child, and I wouldn't believe shit Carlos say.
Me either, and I don't.
That Negro couldn't say
Let's see
shit
this
to
guy
me.
fire a
Okay.
9 millimeter. That's a
Okay.
powerful gun,
All
y'all.
right, guys, be a Federal 147
Very
grain
powerful.
HST fired from
I
Glock
hear
19 with a factory threaded barrel. So
Now he's shooting that steel. Y'all see it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
and of course it exited out. Doesn't really look
Mm-mm.
like
And she was
had
hit
any
twice.
real expansion. Maybe a pedal or two might have unfolded slightly, but that's pretty much what we suspected.
That's a powerful gun. That ain't no fucking play gun.
Yeah.
Yes, powerful.
Wow.
Yes, it went through 5 steel plates, baby.
Well, we know them
And
things.
y'all think she was still standing? Get the fuck out of here. She was not
There's no way.
standing.
There's no way.
Fell, and then she was stood over and executed.
But didn't the medical examiner also say that both wounds were
Well, kill
fatal?
shots. Yeah.
Yeah, they were both fatal. So, child, there's no, yeah, because you was with a nine up in a close, like up close. That's why, at least close enough.
Yeah. And she made sure, she in her mind, she thought
Hmm.
that she could use, in her mind, she wasn't afraid. She thought she was justified because she had a CCL license and
Child.
a what else, and self-defense. So
Well,
she
we
a
know them
restraining
hood
order.
games.
So
Look at me.
she wasn't scared. She thought she was justified because she
Yeah.
had a CCL license and a restraining order. That's
Yeah.
that's what she thought, that she could do it. Now,
That's why I say we know them
safely,
hood
she wasn't
games. She set
trembling.
that up.
She wasn't doing none of that. She was just standing there like this on the phone.
Yeah, because she
Now,
set it up. That's
people who don't got in fights being,
nervous.
nervous and out of breath. This girl had on shot 3 times and she was like this on the phone. She had no remorse because she feels that and that's what's going to be her downfall too, is that she,
Yeah.
felt like
I
she was.
just don't understand how you go do that. You murder someone. Whether you say it's self defense or what, you murder someone, then you go put all these pages together. You got YouTube now, you
Yep.
got OnlyFans, you got all this stuff. Like, what was she looking to become famous from it?
I guess so, because she went and got back online, right? After she killed Romeca
Mm-hmm.
and thought stuff was she thought stuff was sweet.
Wow.
She did. She thought she was free. She thought she was
Hello.
free.
How are you? No, you're fine. Hold on, Auntie. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Yep.
Hold
She
on.
thought
I'm
she
going to
was
mute
free
this.
from all of this, okay, to live her
Stevens.
life,
Stevens.
and she wasn't. She was still
Auntie,
under
can you hear me? I
investigation.
need to mute my mic because
Yeah,
I got
you
to put
got
my phone
muted.
number.
Oh, how you muted? Oh, okay. She thought she was justified. She thought she was going to ride out, right, into the sunset with Carlos and their kid. Neither one of them gave thought about what little Carlos was going through. None of them cared that he lost his mom. None of them cared.
Auntie, I just got with Bella and stuff. I'm gonna get off the live, but I'm gonna be listening in. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
None of them thought about little Carlos having to change schools, y'all. He had to change schools. He lost everything that day. He lost everything that day. And those other two went on with their lives and their little family, I guess. I'm not for sure. But I do know that little Carlos was not on their minds. Okay. Holly bragged about matching outfits for the holidays, and that's what families do. Did she not have no concern about the other kid? Shouldn't she have love? If she loved Carlos, shouldn't she love his other child? She thought that she had the right plan. That's what she thought. But what happened is she fucked around and she found out. That's what she did. And it usually works out like this, guys. Even if it was vice versa. Let's say if it was a man that killed another man over a woman, right? Two lives will always be lost. Understand? I have three fingers up. Two lives will always be lost, guys. The victim and the perpetrator. And the person that they were fighting over rides away on a white pony. Okay? This happens a lot. A lot. Where that person who's being fought over, they go on and live their life. They go ahead and live their life. They move on. But the other two lives, the two that came clashing, their lives are gone forever. Because no matter when Holly gets out, she will never be able to reclaim those years that she lost, those years that she wasn't in her son's life. And God knows I feel sorry for baby Carson too. He looks so sad on his birthday, y'all. Don't y'all know he missing his mother? Baby Carson is missing his mother too. So if we want to say there's winners in this all that look like a winner, he look like he's not affected. That's Carlos. Carlos, how dare you allow David, your family member, to speak ill of Lilo's mother? That's your son's mother. No matter how she carried on or whatever you thought about her, that is your son loved her. And you allow people to get online and bash her. That ain't no real nigga shit. That's not no real nigga shit at all. That's some weak ass shit. It's just, it's heartbreaking, y'all. It is. It's heartbreaking. But we're gonna wear our pink. We're gonna justice for Romeca. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray for the justice that the family seeks and wants. We're gonna pray for that. Whatever justice looks like to that family, that's what I want for them. And I have not heard them say they want Carlos in jail. I know, some of the, supporters want him in jail real bad. But I have not heard that from the family. I have heard the family say they are happy that Holly is being held accountable and that they will have their day in court against her. Now, that's what I've heard. Now, if I'm wrong, if y'all could send me something where the family said that Carlos need to be in jail, and when I speak on the family, I speak on the mother, I speak on the sisters, right? I ain't talking about no distant cousins or nothing like that. So if y'all can send me something with a mother and the sisters, I don't know, we could have brothers. Now, if y'all can send me something where they say Carlos needs to be in jail, that he had something to do with the murder, please send it to me, y'all. Okay? I have posted my email inside my bio. Y'all can send me whatever y'all want as far as it comes to this case. In any case that you feel like I need to bring light to, okay? But I want you guys to know, I want y'all to know, right? It was you guys that brought this to national attention. You guys, pat yourselves on the back. It was you guys that brought this to national attention, because we all know that us brown-skinned women, brown-skinned men, we don't get news coverage like the other cultures. So you guys deserve a pat on the back for bringing this to national attention. Katisha, you so crazy. He be pillow talking too. Girl, I know you fucking lying. Not pillow talking. Y'all, I could call him some names, trust me. Because I'm so upset, right? I'm so upset that he would allow people that he is in communications with, or who he call his cousins, to get on here and bash his son's mother that's dead. She's dead. She's gone. She can't defend herself, Carlos. She cannot defend herself. What the fuck? Like, for real, y'all. This shit is heartbreaking. I would have thought that he would right. You know, when people go through things, especially something as tragic as this, seeing someone get murdered in front of you, someone that you used to love, someone you got a child to, sometimes it kind of like turns on a light bulb, like, bloop, I need to get my life together, right? You know, some of us are like that. When something tragic goes wrong or something happens, we like, bingo, I need to get myself together, right? I need to get myself together, Lord, because I need you right now. And I contributed to what has happened that is so tragic that there's no coming back from. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So when I made that video saying, you know, maybe he can learn from this, I was being so serious. Because how many people you know have made mistakes, right? And they're able to give out a testimony of what they have been through to prevent those same mistakes to other people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting to. Like, if you went through something, just like we do with our children, we go through something, we know, hey, you know what? Listen, y'all, I already done this before. You tell your children, I done this before, and this what happened to, listen, baby, I won't do that if I was you, because this what happened to me. That's all I was saying. And I got attacked. I got called a Holly supporter. I'm not with that supporter shit. Let me tell y'all something about Auntie. I'm not with no supporter type shit, right? I'm for justice. I'm for justice. I ain't on no fucking sides. I ain't in no battle rap. I'm not in none of that. Okay? I'm not in none of that shit. So don't put me in a box. Don't come on here saying I'm a Holly supporter or I'm a Romeca supporter. I am for justice, and justice for Romeca, who I am. That's who I am. I'm for justice when it comes to injustice. I'm for justice. Just like if it would have been vice versa and it would have happened to Holly, understand me? I would have been justice for Holly. Okay? So I want y'all to understand that about my shit, about my channel. That's what I'm about. I ain't on no fucking sides, and I stand the fuck alone. Okay? I stand alone when it comes to whatever the fuck my mind has decided what I believe in. Right? I'm not finna, if y'all don't believe in the same shit I believe in, that don't mean we can't still fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? Talk, laugh, care about each other. That don't mean that. We just have a difference of whatever the fuck we want to advocate for. But just don't put me, I ain't in no sides. None of that. I'm for justice for Romeca. Okay? I want justice. I want a type of justice that her family feels that's justice. That's what I want. Now, some of y'all, have y'all idea what justice is for Romeca. But if I was you, and if you care about that family, then you would want the same justice that they want. And I hope y'all are not missing the fucking point. Thanks, Katisa. I appreciate you and thank you for joining our family, girl. Listen, we got a lot of growing to do and we is growing, okay? We ladies over here, we curse and stuff, but we still ladies, all right? We still ladies. Justice for Romeca, day, every day. The family just wants the full truth, and I want it to. Is your setting able to receive a membership at Benicia? But anyway, guys, I'm about to get off this live. I'm going to be giving lives weekly. Also, just to update y'all on a mock trial that's coming tomorrow with me and Amora. It's going to broadcast from her channel and my channel. Some of you that don't like Amora, that don't want to be on her channel, will be able to view it also from my channel, okay? So I would definitely like for Romeca to have that support in the building, okay? That's what we want. We want that support because y'all know when a family sees, positive support, that's something that, can take some heaviness off their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? When they see people standing up for their loved ones, standing up in a proper way, not, doing all the other shit that's been going on lately that I have nothing to do with. I don't. But anyway, hey, Moth Deuce. I will talk to y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to all the ones that sold into Auntie. Hold on. I thought it was Show who sold in. But anyway, I called out y'all names when y'all sold into me. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all just don't know how much that really helps me and it makes me feel good, It does. It really does. All right. See y'all soon.